Imagine a world of political chaos, military conquests, and unyielding ambition. It is 100 BCE, and Rome, the beating heart of a vast republic, teeters on the edge of transformation. In the midst of this bustling city, a boy is born into the Julii family, a lineage noble yet diminished in influence. This boy, Gaius Julius Caesar, would grow to become one of the most iconic figures in human history. But his journey to greatness begins not with glory, but with quiet determination and early ambitions. From an early age, Caesar showed signs of extraordinary potential. Born into a family that claimed divine lineage through Venus, he was taught to hold his heritage in high regard. Yet, the Julii family was not among the wealthiest or most powerful in Rome. For young Julius, this contrast between noble ancestry and modest means planted the seed of ambition. He vowed to restore his family's honor, though he secretly dreamed of achieving much more. As a child, Caesar grew up in Subura, a district of Rome that was far from the marble grandeur of the Forum. Subura was a place of contrasts, a melting pot of merchants, soldiers, and commoners. Here, Caesar learned to navigate the complexities of Roman society. He observed the disparities between the powerful elite and the struggling masses, and this environment began to shape his views on leadership and politics. Education was a cornerstone of Caesar's upbringing. In Rome, education was not just about learning to read and write, it was about preparing for a life of public service. Julius studied rhetoric, philosophy, and Greek literature under some of the finest tutors of the time. He was particularly drawn to the works of Homer and Alexander the Great's campaigns, which inspired him to dream of his own conquests and legacies. Even as a young boy, Caesar displayed a natural charisma that drew people to him. He was articulate, persuasive, and remarkably self-assured for his age. Friends and mentors often remarked on his ability to command attention, whether he was reciting poetry or debating the politics of the Republic. These early traits would later become defining characteristics of his leadership. But Caesar's path was not without its challenges. His family's diminished status meant they were often overshadowed by wealthier patricians. This reality instilled in him a sense of urgency to prove himself. He understood that in Rome, power was not given, it was taken. To achieve his ambitions, he would need to be strategic, fearless, and relentless. One of the most significant influences in Caesar's early life was his uncle by marriage, Gaius Marius. Marius was a celebrated general and a champion of the populares, a political faction that advocated for the common people. Caesar admired Marius's ability to rise through merit rather than birthright, and this admiration shaped his own political ideology. Yet, aligning with Marius also meant opposing the Optimates, Rome's conservative aristocrats. When Caesar was just 16, his father passed away unexpectedly. As the new head of his household, he was thrust into a position of responsibility far earlier than he had anticipated. This loss forced Caesar to mature quickly, as he took on the role of protector and provider for his family. It was during this time that his ambitions began to crystallize. Caesar's marriage to Cornelia, the daughter of a prominent populist leader, marked the beginning of his political alignment. This union was not merely a personal choice but a calculated move to strengthen his ties with the populares. However, it also placed him in direct conflict with Sulla, the dictator and leader of the Optimates. When Sulla demanded that Caesar divorce Cornelia, Caesar's refusal was a bold and dangerous act of defiance. Faced with Sulla's wrath, Caesar was forced to flee Rome, seeking refuge in the military. His years in the army were transformative. Stationed in Asia and Cilicia, he earned a reputation as a fearless soldier and an innovative tactician. In one notable instance, Caesar personally rallied his troops during a siege, earning the civic crown for his valor, a prestigious honor in Roman society. These military experiences taught Caesar invaluable lessons about leadership and loyalty. He saw firsthand how a commander's charisma and strategic acumen could inspire unwavering devotion among soldiers. These lessons would later define his approach to leadership during his rise to power. Even in exile, Caesar's ambitions never wavered. During his military campaigns, he encountered different cultures, philosophies, and governing systems, broadening his understanding of the world. He also began to develop a vision of Rome that extended beyond its current boundaries, a vision of unity and conquest that would one day drive his actions as a leader. After Sulla's death, Caesar returned to Rome, stepping back into a city rife with political tension. Despite his youth, he wasted no time in building his reputation. He became known for his eloquent speeches, which captivated both the Senate and the common people. Caesar's ability to connect with diverse audiences set him apart from his contemporaries. To solidify his position, Caesar took on roles that showcased his administrative and judicial skills. As a quaestor, he managed public finances and oversaw legal cases, demonstrating a keen understanding of governance. His success in these roles further cemented his reputation as a rising star in Roman politics. Caesar's charm and charisma also extended to his personal life. Known for his striking appearance and sharp wit, he was a figure of fascination among Rome's elite and commoners alike. These qualities allowed him to form strategic alliances, using his relationships to advance his political career. As Caesar's influence grew, so did his ambitions. He began to see himself not merely as a restorer of his family's legacy but as a transformative figure for Rome. His vision extended beyond the confines of the Republic, imagining a Rome united under a single, powerful leader. Though these ideas were radical at the time, they were seeds of the changes he would later bring. By this point, Caesar's ambitions were no longer a secret. His opponents began to take notice, viewing him as a threat to the established order. Yet, Caesar thrived under pressure, using every challenge as an opportunity to showcase his resilience and ingenuity. Each obstacle he overcame added to his growing legend. One of Caesar's defining traits was his ability to adapt. Whether it was in the political arena, the battlefield, or personal relationships, he demonstrated a remarkable capacity to pivot and recalibrate his strategies. This adaptability was crucial in a city as volatile as Rome, where fortunes could change overnight. As we explore Caesar's early ambitions, we see a man who was not content with mediocrity. Every decision he made, every risk he took, was part of a larger plan to shape his destiny. For Caesar, ambition was not just a goal, it was a way of life. In the next episode, we'll delve into Caesar's rise through the ranks of Roman politics, uncovering the alliances, betrayals, and triumphs that would define his ascent to power. If you enjoyed this journey into history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more episodes. Together, we'll unravel the extraordinary story of Julius Caesar, one chapter at a time.